Hi friends, it's Audrey from Odds and Ends, and I'm going to do a quick little video because I need to clean my desk off. And if I don't film this now, I will never film it, and you'll never see it. And somebody's like, well, where did you get that? When did you get that? I'm like, I don't remember. Now let me see. There's something I need to add to this. Okay, I just aired a video of me coloring. It ended up being like 2 hours. I double timed it, then downloaded it, then double timed it again and downloaded it. So it's like 4 times sped up. You guys can watch it in double time as well. I added music to it, so you're not sitting here all day. But I colored them with these acrylic markers, and I got them at Ross. There's 36 colors. They were $14.99. Very, very, very juicy markers. Plan on getting a lot of ink on you. It doesn't stay very long, but they don't seep through to the other side of your project, which is really good. Either my coloring book is excellent quality, or the markers aren't as wet because they're metallic and they don't soak through. They're acrylic. I got these. These were 50 cents. They're just poster accents. But when you just need a punch of, shine, I mean, for 50 cents, there's some neon ones in there too. But yeah, I just decided that I was getting them. I got this. It's a clipboard, a Lazy Susan clipboard, and it was 75% off, so I paid $1 for it. And when you want to do something and you want it to spin, yeah, it is Swivel Clip Alex Tamping. It's for stampers. Cover the board with paper, absorb the ink that will sit on the board surface. This will help protect your artwork from ink transferring from the board onto your paper. Place a rubber non-slip mat between the bottom board and your tabletop to keep the swivel clip from sliding around. Put a cutting mat or a piece of glass under the clip and use the easy swivel motion to cut stencils. Always cut by pulling the art knife towards you. Enjoy the clip. Use it to hold layers of art. The round design makes it easy for you to have many items near the edge of the board without bumping into them. Use a swivel motion when making cards or decorating envelopes. And regular price on this was $25.99. So to get this for $1, I'm like, cool, I could try it out. Let's see. I don't know if you've been watching other videos, but my husband got a green Volkswagen. I think it's a 1964, I think, to turn into an off-road buggy to go do the desert races, and he's calling it the Bad Toad. And I picked up him a skeleton toad from Michael's today, so he's going to be his mascot because we are silly like that. At Walmart today, I bought cardstock because I need to print out a lot of things and I didn't know if I had enough. And I got a cordless glue gun. This will help so tremendously in my dollhouse. No joke, I have 7 glue guns. Are any of them cordless? No. Do you know how hard it is to get inside of a dollhouse when you have a corded glue gun? Really difficult. So, and this one has a fine tip on it, which I prefer. And it's 90 minutes of use time per USB charge. And yeah, I'm like, okay, this works for me. And I like the shorter glue sticks, even though you have to add more often. At least they're not dangling 12 feet past the, off the clue. Okay, I have to tell you a story. I am going to Michael's for over a month now to get one thing and one thing only. Wanted the Tim Holtz ideology, the sentiment pad. Okay, so the Michaels near me put them out early. And they didn't have them, so I assumed they were sold out. So I kept checking mine by work. From work is only 1.2 miles exactly. And I keep checking, and they're like, well, it says we have them, but they must be in a pallet in the back. So finally, I had seen someone pick it up, and they're like, just order it online. I didn't want to order it online directly from Michael's because I'm not paying, what is $20 some for shipping when you don't spend a certain amount, and I didn't want to buy that much. But I'm like, okay, let me just buy it from store and I'll pick it up there. Well, I bought it. I did the one closest to me. They said they still had one in stock. I'm like, okay. I ordered it. A half hour later, they canceled my order. I'm like, okay, let me order it from the one from work. It said they had 4 in stock. When they canceled it, said they didn't have any. Okay, so I went into the one by work because it still said they had 4 in stock and still not out on the shelves. So today when we went to Barnes & Noble, I'm like, okay, let me go into the one by home. We're going to go one more time. They had 2 of them. Finally got one. I I bought it. I was like ready to like never go into Michael's again. Did I tell you the story that, okay, I'm a trained florist. I have a degree in floral design and horticulture. And before the economy tanked, I was getting paid between $20 and $30 an hour. And this was like 20 years ago. And I went and obviously the $30 was more for the casino work or high volume bridal work. But yeah, MGM was paying me $30 an hour. Circus. Anyway, Excalibur, that was about $24 an hour. And anyway, then the economy went even worse, and they only kept the upper management. Anyway, I went and got a job when I decided I was burnt out on property management when I got back in town, and as a silk florist for there, and they offered minimum wage. I'm like, if I'm going to work minimum wage job, it's definitely not going to be a high stress florist job. Are you guys nuts? Anyway, they bugged me. But I am glad to get this. I had 20% off my entire purchase if they were full price, and obviously this is full price, but it was 30% off the mini Halloween mini decorations. But I got this little bat chandelier, and it's gonna go in my dollhouse, and it's gonna go, this one's gonna go in the magic room. I also got this Medusa bust. I love her. Oh, and these are 30% off right now if you want to go in there. And then just to go on a bookshelf, some books, a skull, and a crow, raven, it says raven. Okay, that's what I got at Michael's today. And my husband, we went to Barnes & Noble, and can you believe I couldn't find anything? I couldn't find anything that I wanted. They haven't stocked anything. Their magazines are completely out of date. But he bought this, one of the Dungeons and Dragons mystery boxes. And I got a swarm of bats. And that is what's going to sit in my chimney, on the top of my chimney. And he had made me this one, a piece of cork. And I think this is going to be flying out of my chimney. So these aren't really flying out of the chimney, they're going into the chimney. And this one's going to come out of the chimney into the room. So got those. And I think that's all I have to show you right now. I'm kind of broke. Okay, broke is being a relative term. Oh, I had seen Beck's Black Whisper Crafts using the sentiments out of these creeper books from the dollar store, and I think I want to just cut out some. I like some of the images. I think they'll make great background pages for some Halloween work, but there's some creepy little sentences in here, and I'm going to cut them out, glue them on some cardstock so I'm ready to, yeah. The scarecrow's face was smiling an evil smile, but just cut out certain sentiments in here. And yeah, anyway, I got the scarecrow, the wishing well, the grave digger, and the cold kisser. Mwah! Let's see what the images are on this one. I'm gonna read the stories and see if they're any good, if they're equally entertaining as Goosebumps used to be for me. I mean, the truth, what is it, a chapter? Is that what it is? The truth. That would make a great sentiment on a page. No more secrets. So yeah, I'm gonna keep these for Halloween sentiments. And now I think that's all the new stuff I have to show you. Because I really haven't gone shopping. Work's been terrible. Terrible. I'm counting down to retirement. Despise my job right now. No one wants to follow the rules. People who are denied, they yell at me. I can't help it. I have to follow my rules. Oh my goodness. And then I'm trying to teach an old man fair housing, and he doesn't want to listen to me, and he says he's going to fire us because he says I can't rent his house to 7 people. No, fair housing guidelines for the most general part of it is 2 people per bedroom plus 1, and the plus one's usually a child. But if you have a den or a family room or a loft, judges will look at that. Fair housing will look at that. It's like, how big's the house? You know, it's not a set in stone, but that is general guidelines. And I explained to him that, first he said that everyone had to be related. And I'm like, family status is protected. You can't, they don't have to be related. And I'm not even allowed to ask him. And then he was only one a couple people. I said, you have a 3-bedroom house. I can't turn them down unless there's more, I said, up to 7 people. He goes, you're not renting my house for 7 people. Oh my goodness. I'm just like, so I give it to my office manager. That's why she gets paid more money to deal with these kind of situations. And then yesterday, an agent went behind my back and negotiated a 2-year lease with the owner directly, even though I turned these people down. And then I explained to the owner that he would not get the money up front because he's going to pay a year up front. And I said, you don't get the money until it's earned. And then I was trying to explain it so as not to insult him. Because basically, what if someone got evicted or someone died or the house became inhabitable? And I've given the owner upfront money for a year. And I have to give it back to the tenants somehow. Why in the world would what if the owner already spent it? Then how do I get it back to give to the tenants? That's the reason. But I'm trying to give him examples of, like a fire or a flood or da-da, and because I have home insurance. And then he goes, you're not going to hold it. You could go bankrupt next year. Anyway, I had to call my broker. He's out of town getting his third child and settled into his dorm room. I had to call him last night after dinner because that's when his flight landed, to explain to him. And then one more story, because these are just, if you ever wonder why I'm stressed out. Tenant applied for a 1-bedroom condo near the Strip, Las Vegas Strip, by the way, and wanted to pay up front for 6 months, qualified, etc., etc. Find out that he didn't apply. I'm pretty sure his soon-to-be ex-wife or estranged wife, who's also his agent, was doing it all, because she had texted. Well, they had texted, said they were on their way. I'm like, okay. So I signed the lease. So I was ready for him, and I signed electronically. And then she just shows up, not him. Well, I don't have anything in writing that says I can give him the keys, even though she's paying for it. And she's like, he doesn't have a cell phone. I'm like, well, who have I been talking to? And she goes, me. Thankfully, I have this in writing. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Now I really can't give you the keys. You didn't apply. And she said, I wish you would have told me that. I'm like, I wish you would have told me you're the one who applied for him. First of all, she's an agent and his wife, and this is highly illegal. Anyway, yeah. So she left. They didn't come back. Now my boss is really stressed out because there's a lease going. I was out there. Money has not been given. I haven't given them keys because they could take the lease and go to get a locksmith. But I figure she's a real estate agent and we can get her fired for fraud. I'm not really worrying that too much about it, but I don't know how to cancel this lease if they don't show up. Anyway, yeah. So I am now going to go put this stuff away, go play in my dollhouse, and see what I can get done today so I can put a video up for you guys tomorrow. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye. And thanks for listening to me, Ben. It's just weird stories. Okay, bye.